160. Rohit Srivastava, fund manager, Protech Sharekhan, joins in on this level of the show. Rohit, afternoon. Thanks for joining in. Your own prognosis of what the markets are up to and how you're seeing this sharp pullback today, and is it going to sustain until the budget, you think?
I think it will sustain up to the budget because we generally have a pre-budget rally, and the last week's lows, which are close to 14,100 on the Sensex or 4150, 4180 on the Nifty, should probably hold for a week at least into the run-up to the budget. So in the short term, what I'm looking at is the Nifty going to 4450 or to 4480, and I'm also looking at the Sensex probably moving up to a much higher level, which means around 15,000 to 15,200, and that should mark probably the pre-budget rally.
Question I want to bring in here, Rohit, is this irrespective of what kind of monsoon or when we see the monsoon, or do you think the market is yet to wake up to the implications of a delayed or inadequate monsoon?
I think the market is still waking up to that. You see, we've had a significant rally, which means we've retraced almost just short of 61% of the entire bear market, which means last year we fell from 21,000 to 8,040. And we've rallied from 8,040 to 15,600. Now at 16,100 we would have retraced 61%. That's typically a significant and complete retracement when we are looking at markets. So I think in that sense we are mostly done on the upside. Now the question is, how does the market start now discounting the negatives that will start flowing in over the coming months, and that's the process we need to get started for.
Right, Rohit, hold that thought. It's 20 minutes of trade, 20 points to 4,400. Will we see it? Who knows? Meanwhile, of course, the IT index being led by Infosys and its new avatar in terms of weightages is actually not faring too badly. Any thoughts, Rohit, on the IT sector right now? Overweight, underweight, neutral, and if you have any preferences or stocks within the sector?
I'm generally underweight on the external sector, which means I don't like technology and probably I don't like even metals. They might be good short-term plays because you're playing this rebound in global equities, but in the medium to longer term, I think when you look at external stocks, they are the ones that are at the most risk.
Still shaved it down from the 17 points that we started trade with, but the Nifty in the futures market at 4384. Rohit Srivastava from Sharekhan still with us. Rohit, how would you trade the market in the run-up to the budget?
Well, I would be a short-term trader, so we've been long since the last couple of days, and I think we're looking at the market hitting 15,000 to 15,200 max, which means somewhere in the 4450 to 4480 Nifty range. In a best case scenario, if you do go beyond that, maybe 4,500, but we're not really looking at new highs right now. So we are looking at a pre-budget rally which pretty much starts losing steam somewhere before the budget or maybe around budget date.
Any thoughts on the capital goods and metal sector, Rohit? What would you be underweight or overweight or neutral on these two, and any stocks that you prefer within these?
I think capital goods is probably a sector I would be more comfortable with. Metals, while I would be good with them in the short term, like I said, with a 1 week rally, I'd probably not like to be with them beyond that. Probably BHEL is a good bet, but then Larsen on the other hand looks a little weak. So I would not really look at that again. But my whole issue here is with the market as a whole, because somewhere I think that we've had a significant run-up, almost 90% plus on the index, and I'd actually like to be underweight on the market as a whole. So I would like to see how it does in the next 1 week, which means do we really manage to get past 15,200 or not? If we don't, then I think we are at the risk of actually breaking the 14,000 level on the downside, and so I would actually be playing, increasing my cash levels and playing for that, than actually playing for the long side beyond 1 week.
Good speaking with you, Rohit. Thank you so much for taking time out and joining us today. That's Rohit Srivastava from Sharekhan with his thoughts.